Hello once again, everyone. Basically, for the last day, I've watched the entirety of the Daredevil Netflix series. It's 13 episodes. It's 50 minutes an episode, so roughly 13 hours, 12 maybe. Something 12. Basically, I started watching it last night, and I'm like, alright, let's watch the first episode. This episode was pretty good. Kept on watching because I'm starting my night shift rota. I'm like, hey, I'll stay and watch this. And then I got through the first 8 episodes, and then I just finished it off today. Boy, oh boy! Right. The premise of the show is don't be shitty video, please. You alright? You stabilized now? Good. You get Matt Murdock, a kid who gets blinded at age 9. Unfortunate event. He, with the lack of his eyesight, develops his other senses, and they are heightened. So he hears really well, he feels and smells really well, and all that sort of jazz. He gets temporarily trained by Stick, another blind person who is like a martial arts master kind of guy. But he doesn't finish training him. He sort of goes because Matt develops a friendship with him, and he doesn't want to have any friends or connections that could potentially lead to his downfall. But Matt continues his training without Stick, and basically goes through into law school and becomes a lawyer, and meets Froggy, and they set up their own law practice in this place called Hell's Kitchen, which is where he grew up and sort of thing. And so the show starts off with him showing him. He's like, he goes and he's like, he becomes what is known as the devil of Hell's Kitchen, and he's sort of like a masked vigilante. He goes against sort of petty folks at first. He stops people raping, violence, stealing handbags and all that sort of jazz, but he slowly works himself up and sort of goes against the Russians, and that's sort of the first half of the season is focused sort of on that conflict of because the Russians are sort of part of a large organisation who distribute drugs and also do kidnappings of women and children and stuff to sell them into slavery / prostitution and all that sort of badness. So that's not good. So he sort of sets himself up against them, and through his battle against them he learns of this guy called Wilson Fisk, who is the top dog. Obviously he doesn't use the pseudonym here, but from the film I know, and from probably the comic books, it's likely that Wilson Fisk is Kingpin, a well-known villain for Daredevil that he goes against. But yeah, generally throughout the show he sort of half goes through the legal drama sort of stuff of them taking on cases and all this sort of stuff, and half is a vigilante sort of sideshow where he goes against the Russians, Fisk, and all that sort of jazz, and is trying to bring down these people and the corruption and sort of thing. And basically, by the end of the show, he manages to do this with the help of his friends and stuff. And along the way, you see several of the friends get killed off and so like that. I don't want to. I've already spoiled some of it, but that's the way I do these things. I talk about them, and if you watch it, it's up to you. But basically, I really enjoyed the show. It was I didn't really know what to expect when going into it. I heard quite a few good things about the show, because it's been out for about a week now. So it's like I went into it after I watched another person discuss her love of the show. I'm like, alright, this person who's read the comics enjoyed the show. It's gotta be somewhat decent of an adaptation to Daredevil comics, which I've not read, and I'm not really that interested in reading them. I'm reading others right now, and I've got a bunch of stuff and more comics to get eventually, but as of right now I'm not really interested in the Daredevil comic book. I enjoyed watching the show, getting to learn about this character who is part of the Marvel Universe, and he has small nods to the larger scale Marvel Universe of their films and stuff. So in one episode it's like, he mentions like guys in an iron suit and a magic hammer, and he also mentions the destruction, which obviously occurs from the Battle of New York. And in another one you see the Hulk in a newspaper print, and then Captain America is mentioned at one point as well. And yeah, I think, no, Spider-Man's not mentioned even though it's set in New York, because Spider-Man isn't brought into the universe yet. He'll soon be returning to Marvel. But yeah, it has the small nods to the larger scale Marvel products, which is nice, but it's also like Daredevil is his own hero. He's not like the other Marvel heroes. I would say he's most like what's the Hawkeye, probably. He's already a guy who has an extraordinary ability kind of deal. Like Hawkeye never misses, because I guess he has a really good sense of sight and knowing his surroundings. Daredevil is the exact same. He has a really good sense of his surroundings, so he kicks ass. He has great martial arts skills, but he doesn't have a magic hammer. He's not had the training or the magic, the serum that Captain America had. He doesn't fly around in a suit of metal that grants him his abilities and the thing. He's an ordinary guy who's standing up for what is right, and that's what I really liked about the show. It's sort of like there's two sides of him trying to fight crime in the legal, legitimate way by being a lawyer, and then him knowing that you have to sometimes get a bit dirty and take out the guys who, like Fisk, had too much money, so could buy the police, the churches, pretty much everyone, and so not be taken down by legal action, and he needs to be put in their place in other ways. But he still has the belief that he shouldn't kill anyone, and he sticks to that, so, which is good. And yeah, it's just it was fairly well acted. Like the people who played the lead guys, I've never heard of them before. I looked them up on the IMDb last night, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's that guy who's in the Hunger Games who doesn't say a word in the Hunger Games. He's the cameraman that had his tongue cut off. I'm like, alright, yeah, I remember him now. And the lead woman apparently isn't True Blood, which I've not watched, but it's sort of like it's a good sort of thing for some of the other actors, other than like Rosario Dawson was in it for 5 episodes, playing like the nurse character who helps patch up Matt Murdock's kind of deal. But yeah, he's not too many really well-known actors coming into this. But they did a really good job of portraying the characters, and the show did a really good job of setting up relationships, explaining backstories and stuff. I think it ran a little slow, sort of like, well, then again it really explained and at least the three main characters of Matt Murdock, Karen Page and Froggy really well, and then the villain, Wilson Fisk, got some detailed backstory to it as well, so that was really awesome and I enjoyed it for that. But you know, maybe it could have done with pacing it a little bit quicker, or had a bit more action scene in it sometimes. Sometimes it was a little light on that, and you wanted to see a bit more of the Daredevil character. But then again, it's a good way to set up his character for future seasons. So you know, you've got his origin, how he sort of goes from this masked vigilante to Daredevil, and the choices he's made and that sort of thing. So it's definitely well worth a watch, and I would highly recommend it if you've got Netflix to go check it out and marathon through it like I did in a few days if you into that sort of thing. Again, it's actually really decently shot. Some of the shots were just like one shots during fight scenes, which were really awesome to actually see. So it's just like the panning camera that goes around and it focuses on the action, and he was pretty dandy that. So yeah, I really enjoyed it too. So yeah, that's all I've got really to say. I'm looking forward to the other sort of Marvel cross Netflix series that they're going to be bringing out. I think there's another 3 or 4 that they're planned to bring out over the next year or so. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check out them and find out about more sort of minor Marvel characters, which is just going to be cool. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time when I discuss something else, probably comic book related, because I've been reading a lot of those. Peace out, Girl Scouts.